Julie, do the thing, because that's basically what it happened in this episode, man. Oh my god. But anyway, welcome to The Legend of Korra Book 4, Episode 5. I forgot the title of the episode because I was watching it. I just watched it and yet I forgot. Do you know?
It was like something about enemy lines or something.
All right, enemy lines.
Let me
So
get the official enemy at the gates.
oh, enemy at the gates. Okay. So basically, of course, this is. Let me start that over. Legend of Korra, Book 4, Episode 5. Enemy by the gates.
Enemy
Whatever.
at the gates.
Enemy at the
We're
gates.
off to
Okay.
a good
What?
start. We're off to a good
Excuse me.
start.
But yeah. So of course, let's just start off. But first, of course, Terminated right here with me, a Korra buddy, and.
And I'm the Julie with the colored goggles, and Mega's Julie in the mech suits. We didn't plan this. We never talked before these. We just said we changed our icons before without talking to each other, and we ended up with the same character, which tells you something about how we felt about that character in this episode. So
This is like Julie, man. Julie did. All right, we're gonna get to this right now. All right, so first off, what happens in the episode is basically you see all the blimps and basically Kuvira's army coming in, and that well actually let me see. Yeah, that's what happened because I'm just trying to recap. So her whole army's already there. She's yet to be there. She was still on the train coming in. So but I'm just like, shoot, man. She brought the freaking whole Earth Kingdom.
the whole Earth Kingdom, and then Bolin was just like, everyone was just like, what? Doesn't this send the wrong message? Like, it just seemed like with what she was saying that she didn't want to attack.
Yeah.
Say that she was trying to. The whole world was watching her, but sending the whole army there was definitely, I think, a little bit of a dick move, if you ask me. But
yeah, it's just like, man, like, jeez. Zafu is only like what? Little, like, what? Like, there's only like 5 little things there. And that's it.
And she took all the best fighters in the flashback scenes. She mentioned she
Yeah.
took all the best of the security guards. So I'm sure who trained some new people in the last 3 years. But
Yes, and Batar Jr. here was basically like, oh, Zafu's never my home, like doing that whole like, oh, trying to be Mr. Tough Guy here, and I guess he just doesn't care anymore. He's really that apart, and dang,
like that. Some of the dialogue with him was a little poorly written, I thought. But
yeah.
I think also in that opening scene was Kuvira and talking to Bolin about how she wanted Bolin
that
to
was
be not talking to him, but she mentioned that he was going to be the key to her plan to get them to do a peaceful.
But next was also then, of course, Korra coming back, trying to be like, oh, I'm going to go over there and tell her, like, stop, and because I'm back, so she's no longer needed. And, of course, Milo.
Milo. But we kind of, I think Grayson Young asked the question last week, do you think Korra's going to try to be a non-violent solution to this? And that was exactly the first thing she said.
Yep. And, it's really just, ignore the Spanish. But the thing is, she really trying to change the way she used to be, because what she would do is basically just go after and kill, actually, but now she's trying to do things peacefully more. And I can get where she's coming from, but it's like, for somebody that is threatening to also kill other people, and she really wouldn't care if she would just do it. Like Kuvira is acting like old Korra, where she's like, I'm just gonna kill you. Okay, that's plain and simple. So it was really like, I like how Korra's at least trying to mature up.
But
Milo, man. Milo, what? You're not just gonna go over there and not fight? Oh, why did we rescue you then? Like, what the frick, Milo?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It's just like, wow.
That was the only scene with Milo, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only one, and it was cool, but at least we got some Milo in there. We didn't go out with Milo,
Yeah, he stole the show last episode.
Yeah. He was going all like freaking CIA everywhere, like. Um, but yeah, so next after that, Korra basically
Well, it
goes.
was Varric. The next
Oh
thing
no,
they
it was
showed
Barrett.
was Varric and Julie doing the spirit vine experiment.
Ah,
And
that's true. That's true. You want to go for this?
yeah, so basically, Varric, Julie, hand me the thing. Like, and he's got the spirit vine, and there, and a couple like really good quotes where he said that it weighed about 2 joules. That was his weight. His unit of measure was joules, and then the unit of like electricity, which we use like kilowatts and all that, was varix or varies or whatever he said. And so they like turned this machine on, and he explained that it was gonna charge up some batteries and create some kind of energy, and then it goes over like the red limit, and they had tried to shut it down, and it actually.
Uh-oh. Not again. Yeah, there's been some kind of technical difficulties going on, but we'll try to figure out. But the thing is, I'll continue where we left off. Basically, uh,
I
like the
got
red thing. Oh,
I got
you might, yeah, I don't
It's
know what
gotta
the
be
heck's
at
going
my
on.
end. It's
Don't
gotta
no,
be
it's don't worry, it's Google, man. It's Google. They actually been acting all day.
because
Um,
probably that damn 60 frames per second change they did to YouTube. They're probably
yeah.
updating their servers or something. But so
Uh,
anyway, were you finishing where I
but no,
left off?
go ahead. I was gonna, but
Like, if sorry if I get cut off again, I'll try to get back as soon as
yeah.
possible. So the experiment goes wrong and expels this like purple light and like this laser beam that rocks the train and definitely has like a weapon. It has a weapon look to it, you know. And then Kuvera comes in and they're like, "What the hell happened?" And he explains to them that something went wrong and this is bad. He's going to shut the whole thing down, and then Kuvira goes, crazy, and she takes his arm like
The
steel or
arm,
whatever,
like the shoulder plates.
his shoulder plates, and like strangles him and holds him out over the train and threatens him, and basically says, "You will." In a very Darth Vader way, says you will continue this experiment. And before actually Kuvera came in, Julie was hanging off the train after the explosion, and she was gonna probably die if she fell, and Barrick saves her. And that's where my screenshot comes in, because she's thinking it's gonna be a romantic moment. He saved her. He's the hero, and he's just like, of course I saved you. Who else could help me clean up this mess? It was just funny, but you could tell Julie was a little hurt by that. But yeah, so Vera gets threatened. He's gonna resume the experience because he was kind of said his inner voice was telling him it was wrong, and then maybe it was his conscience. I think it was Julie been whispering in his ear, kind of being his conscience, since he doesn't seem to have one. So
Yeah.
that was a pretty good scene. It was interesting to see how that will be turned into a weapon. I'm sure it will be in the end, finale, at least towards the end. But yeah, it was funny and it was cool at the same time, and it really showed Kuvira kind of turning on the people that are her supporters. For the Varric was her supporter, and she kind of turned on him. That was the first time we've seen her do that. So maybe that's foreshadowing for more things to come. But
oh man, no, but it's like if anybody didn't notice, is that when that laser shot out, that's basically the same way the laser shoots out with Vatu. And basically that was because this is spirit energy coming from like
exactly
him. This is basically dark spirit energy, so it's not really good. It's not light. So that's why like turned into like kind of like a laser cannon, and of course you get that horn.
I think
sound.
they even used the same sound effect. Yeah.
Yeah, the freaking horn. Oh, I don't know how that sounds like a horn, but whatever.
Hey. I can't wait to watch this series on Blu-ray with the awesome music and sound that it has. I'm excited for that. But anyway, the next scene was kind of a change of pace. They showed Asami going to visit her dad in prison, and she had all the letters that he had wrote to her, never opened them, and she was like basically telling him, "Stop writing. I came face to face to tell you I don't ever want to hear from you, see you again." And he tells her a little touching story about how she's the best thing he ever created, and he's full of regrets, and she has a tear in her eye and leaves. And that was just a short little scene that
Yeah.
they threw in there.
And of course, like the big fat Sato that
Yeah.
he kind of slimmed down actually.
He
So
looked a lot older, and he was skinny and just wilted away
yeah.
looking. He definitely didn't look himself. He was gray, a lot more gray than he was. He must have been coloring his hair when he was wealthy or something, because he was all gray and
Yeah.
all skinny and wilted. So, yeah, after that, it was basically they switched back to Kuvira and talking to Bolin and Batar about, going to talk to Sue and all of them. So, if you want to recap what
Oh
happened
yeah.
there.
So of course, Korra comes in and talks to Sue,
No, that
and
was before. This was
oh, that was
before
before.
Korra. Yeah,
Ah, yeah. Okay, okay.
this is where the ultimatum came in. Kuvira.
Yeah.
Bolin was supposed to be the peacemaker, and he got off to a rough start. Opal was there, who, by the way, has the exact same haircut as Korra. If you didn't notice that,
No,
it's the same.
her hair. No, her hair like.
From the back, it's identical.
Yeah, just shut. Opal's beautiful, but
She's
thing
still wearing that same suit too. Like they don't ever change about that once she washes it. The Air
but
Nation. But yeah, they were trying to have a peaceful agreement, and they kind of that's where some of the dialogue for me got really, really cheesy with Batar.
yeah.
I don't want to follow in your footsteps anymore, in your shadow, Dad. Like it was poorly written, I thought, but
It's but the thing is like Bolin, he tries to get Sue and everything to like just go with it. Like, go with it, and then Bolin goes by the twins. He's like, oh come on, man, come on, guys. No, okay. um, and basically, then Sue, basically knows from the start that she was just using Bolin to basically convince Sue.
mhm.
But yeah, then of course Kavira just goes ahead and is just like, oh well, you only have 24 hours, and well, yeah, if you don't respond, we're gonna attack. So yeah, screw you. That's basically how.
Yeah, so that army was. She kept saying too, like, I only brought the army to show you how much we've accomplished. Like she kept making a point to say that she wasn't there to attack, but
Yeah.
when push, I mean,
I
immediately.
honestly, I honestly think that's just to like kind of lie there, because I mean, come on, we all know why she brought the army.
Hmm.
We all know because she's about to take over, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, if she really wanted peaceful, she would have just showed up with them and they would have talked. If she really wanted peace.
Yeah, if they really wanted peace, then she would have never brought the army. She would just came by herself.
Hmm.
But it's just it was she really is like she thinks like no one can be fooled. Like that's the kind of problem I have right now with Kuvira. She's kind of doing bad there, but dang, she grew an army, and holy God, and yes, she is Darth Vader. For the fact of she's basically using the metal like the Force
Hmm.
and just Force choking or
Yep.
metal choking people. But yeah, so of course then
Next,
Korra,
Korra got to
yeah,
Zhao.
then Korra came to Zaofu, and Suyin was like, oh my God, it's been like years. Where were you? Everybody's like, oh, where were you the whole time? Um, and Sue was just like, hey, can you please talk to actually, can you go to the Avatar state?
Yeah, she wanted her to destroy.
Yeah. She wanted to just like wipe out that army. She's just like Sue was just like, you know what? Fuck that army and just freaking kill it all. But I'm just like, what about Bolin? He's just thinking, but
Well, Bolin was threatened by Kuvira, like in the
yeah.
next scene too. Like and you could tell he acted like he was. He saw her true colors right then and there.
Yeah.
It was
Because
kind of.
he just wanted to because he really wants to like help people out.
Hmm.
So of course he was like blinded by that, but now he basically knows what's going on, and he
The hard
basically
truths. They
yeah
kept,
the hard truth.
they kept saying that. You're gonna have to learn some hard truths. Like,
Yep. it's just like, and then she's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to go to. You're not. It seems like your loyalty is dropping, and I didn't know your feelings for Opal were more important than your loyalty to me. I'm
Hmm.
gonna send you to one of those training camps." And Bolin's like, "But I thought that was for people to learn some
New
good
skills
skills,
and stuff.
like
Yeah.
stuff, right?" And then all of a sudden, no, it's like basically a concentration camp
Hmm.
where like it's basically like a prison. So yeah, I could see some Darth Vader mixed in with Hitler, and not the killing of one thing though, but just trapping people
Yeah,
that he
she's
doesn't
definitely
like.
becoming more of a villain than I think we thought she was gonna be.
Yeah, like I didn't know she was really starting to do that because the first time we saw her was in season 3 and she didn't seem that bad. Then all of a sudden now she's going crazy with power. Like
Hmm.
she's going too crazy with it.
Well, they did show her backstory quickly. They showed like a backstory of what
Yeah.
happened. They really didn't say everything that happened, but they kind of summed it up quick. Basically the council from Republic City came to Sue. They wanted her to lead the Earth Kingdom back, to peace and all that because there was a lot of turmoil, and she declined. And then Kuvera kind of stepped up and behind her back kind of said, first she tried to convince Sue that they should do it, and she's like, no. And then they used the old, but we can show them, how we can share our prosperity with them, and that was like a line straight from the Fire Lord back in the original series.
Yep.
Sozin, I believe, who started the war,
Yeah.
wanted to share the prosperity of the Fire Nation, so that was, I'm sure, on purpose that they kind of tied that together. And then Kuvera goes behind Sue's back and takes her best, like soldiers and security force and some wealthy people, get them to back her and her son, Utar Jr., whatever, who has Sokka's hairstyle. If anyone didn't notice, and so yeah, so Korra here's the backstory. It wasn't. I was hoping for a little bit more reasoning to why there was a falling out, but basically Kuvera took her Sue's son and took her arm, security force and left against her will to go. They were heading to Ba Sing Se to like try to get stop the chaos and get order, law and order and stuff. So
Yeah.
that was kind of the betrayal, which I guess it was pretty big, but they didn't spend a lot of time on that. And then Korra was just like, I gotta try to talk reason to Kuvera, so she was still adamant about trying to go talk reason to her. So
Yeah. So
the
it's
next part
just
was the highlight of the show
yeah.
for me.
Next part definitely was the highlight. Because freaking, of course, as you guys can already see from the pictures, Julie, man, oh my god, she was a beast. She's a
Yeah.
beast in that mech outfit, dude.
Well,
That's
first
why
Bolin helped them escape off the
yeah,
train, and then somehow they got in some mech suits and they were fleeing.
yeah. And then they were fleeing. Bolin wanted to go to Zaofu to basically help, and Varric wanted to go to Republic City because he wanted to tell people, at least the council and everything, and like the whole world that she's trying to make some super weapon,
Hmm.
and it's really dangerous and stuff. But then of course they got caught off guard by Batar Jr. and
And some cronies.
oh yeah, and some cronies, some other people that would never be mentioned at all. But yeah, so it was really this fight scene was good for the fact of Julie is freaking skilled in everything. Okay, she is skilled in fighting. She is skilled in basically doing mathematics. She can do science. She can do freaking acrobatics. All this stuff,
We
man.
don't know what you really hope she's skilled in, though.
What's that?
Not gonna say.
Oh my god, what is
It's
wrong with you?
PG-13. We're not gonna go.
Oh man.
But let's just say Julie has some of the coolest like martial art maneuvers in that mech suit, like
Oh
that
yeah.
we've seen in the Korra of the whole series so far. It was just awesome. Like
Yeah, she was
it was
like
pulling
using
off.
that thing. She was. It's like she was meant to be in that, but Then of course, like I said before, Batar Jr. comes in with some cronies, and he basically is trying to stop them. He hits Bolin first with the electrical thing. Basically, these mechs are like a firebender kind of
Hmm.
with just a metal coating because they have a flamethrower and they have and it's also like a metal bending because they have the ropes, metal ropes
Yeah,
things.
like Spider-Man ability
Yeah,
and
and
electricity.
yep, and they have electricity too, like that. So what happened though? Of course, Bolin got out of the suit. He freaking threw a tree on Vitar, and was gonna go help out with Julie and
Because
Varric.
Varric was getting his butt kicked because
Not
he didn't know
very.
what to do.
Varric doesn't even know how to fight, dude. Varric is just like there. He just does not know how to fight. He he just counts on Julie to do everything. But then, of course, Bolin comes like jumping right off a cliff, and then thank you, he does lava bending.
Hmm.
It's because that's the thing that bothered me with Mako. I thought because they're brothers and they probably might do the same things, but Mako waited 2 seasons to do electric. You see, freaking electricity from his hands.
Hmm.
And Bolin, what did it take? Oh, it just took like 4 episodes because he was actually in a fighting scene. So he actually used lava bending. So that's actually good because of the fact that this is what you're supposed to use it on because it's like if you can bend lightning, you should use that on a water bender because
Hmm.
water is not good with lightning. And Mako fails to learn that reason. But I'm glad Bolin just came out and just like boom, he's just like lava everywhere.
Hmm.
I like that because but I really want to see what else he can do with the lava because I mean it's been 3 years. He had like 3 years to basically train himself with this kind of
Yeah.
form. So hopefully he can actually do more with just lava bending. But I know lava bending is really gonna help when they fight mechs because lava is metal is just basically also molten rock. So that basically makes it where the people inside the suits would get so hot, so
Hmm.
they have to get out, and that's basically what happened because it was so hot in there that they're just like, oh, screw this, or we're dipping, they're just out. Um,
Yeah, no, during all that, also Varric got his mech. He ejected from his mech, and Julie was doing her best to protect him. And she got hit with the lightning once by Varric, which was kind of
yeah,
funny, and then the second time by Batar. And then Bolin was doing his best to fight everyone with just his earth and lava bending ability. But somehow Batar gets Varric by the head with the mech suit, like he's gonna crush his skull, unless they turn themselves in. So it was an awesome, awesome fight scene. Though it was definitely the highlight.
yeah. I'm watching it right now, and lava bend. There he goes. Yeah, I'm watching it
And
right now.
I think cut into that was also Korra visiting. She actually went to Kuvera during. I think they cut in between, or it was right before that fight. She went and saw Kuvera,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of angry faces going on. I noticed.
Yep.
Like, there was just they instantly went angry faces, both sides, and then Kuvera gives her, we're helping unite and we're helping people. You should take a side. You should go talk to Sue, and we'll have a treaty. And it was I can't believe Korra fell for that so easily, but
Yeah.
that was kind of like that little
It's just
scene.
I think because Korra really didn't see how Kuvira is,
I know.
so she doesn't really know yet about all this stuff. But I bet when like Bolin or Varric talk to her, sorry, she'll finally get an idea of what's been going on.
We'll see, but I have a prediction for the next episode that's actually that I think is going to go against that idea. So we'll
All
talk to
right.
that when I do my predictions. But
Um. So basically, after the fight, they get sent to Kuvira. Batar brings them to Kuvira, and Kuvira's just like, Bolin and Julie are gonna go to the next train to uh, a camp,
mhm.
and Varric's gonna continue on with the project of making the weapon. But Julie is just like, screw you, Varric. I'm going with Kuvira. That's basically what happened there. And
It's her loyalty, and I know it's a ploy, but she was pretty convincing when she said it.
yeah, but I honestly think I don't know. It's just for me. I'm thinking that she has this whole plan, or either she's just gonna, or probably later on she's gonna like probably forgive Varric or something like that. But
We're
I'm
gonna
hoping
see a
it's like
little Juvera action.
God dang it. But I'm hoping it's the thing where it's like and we'll get to the thing later. I'm hoping it's like that where, she actually planned this and she's smarter than she is.
Hmm.
So I just hope it's like that because I don't want it to be where Varric has to say sorry or something. I want Julie to basically be this like awesome freaking hero here.
Yeah, because they really made her a great character in this episode with her,
Yeah.
her design, especially like when they're in the scientific like outfits or whatever, the white, I guess I forget what they call those things, and she had like the goggles like from my picture. They really made her like a more attractive looking character than they had in seasons past. So I think she's gonna play a bigger role later on. But yeah, so we forgot to mention Asami.
Oh yeah, again.
She went back. She saw like kid, daughter and father playing Pai Sho in a park, and so she goes back to see her dad, and just a quick scene of her playing Pai Sho. So she didn't do what she said, which was never going to see him again. She went back, and so there's going to be something there, I think, with her rebuilding her relationship with her dad, which was interesting.
I'm just because the thing is, out of everybody right now, Mako and Wu are basically somewhere else. There was like no mention this episode.
No.
They're like doing their own thing. Asami is basically just doing her own thing. But right now, the connected characters right now are like, Opal, Bolin, Kubira, all of them basically. So I'm just waiting to see where, Asami's gonna come back with an electric, freaking glove. So I'm just waiting for that part because I know that was in the trailer. So I'm still waiting for that.
It was on a train. So
it was on a train. So it's coming. It's coming. But I honestly feel like they're all gonna come back, of course, together one time. Like Bolin's gonna go to the camp, and then he's gonna come back. But
yeah, and basically the episode ended with Korra going to find Sue to like try to get her side and plead with her again, and then Sue has already left with Wing and Wei.
Ah, there we go.
To go. How'd they phrase it? To take care of the problem or something.
Yeah.
Basically, they're going to kill Kuvira, and that was the end credits right there.
Yeah.
Do we want to touch upon the sneak peek or wait till we do our review? Let's do the review first, or each review for the episode.
All right, yeah. So you go first.
Okay, so I'm gonna give this episode an A- overall. It was a B-, except for that mech fight was just awesome with Julie. That was just badass. I mean, that was awesome. So I didn't like some of the dialogue, like I mentioned. Batar's, it was kind of poorly written. It was very childish. Like they didn't really convey really what the problem was. Just kind of quickly showed Kuvira kind of took their son away. It just was poor writing, I thought. But overall, there were some funny moments with Julie and Varric, and the mech scene was awesome. And it's just a setup for the next episode, And I said that Zhao Fu would be 2 episodes. That was my prediction last week. But I could see it going 3 episodes now. I could see the actual battle being 2 episodes.
I could see something like that too. And it's gonna be where Korra is like at least the episode after next week's. Is going to be where Korra is facing Kuvira, and it's just she's going to basically face her, and actually because she's going to probably know the truth of what's going on after like Kuvira invades, basically.
Well, I have a different idea, but go ahead. I gave it an A-. Thought it was a good episode.
Yo, man, I gotta give it an A+, man. I gotta give it that for the fact of. Of course, the mech fight, we got at least more things explained, but of course, then Bolin coming in with his lava bending, but I'm just glad enough that they made it where Julie gets her time, and really we get to see the character, and it's just oh my god, this episode made me so anxious for the next one even more. Like, I mean, all the episodes do this, but it's just like I know, but it's like darn it, I wish they were doing the whole 2 a week, but that's basically where it stands. The mech fight was just great. Bolin actually was smart and used lava bending, unlike somebody that didn't use lightning for 2 seasons. But it's just this whole episode was nice. It really explained a lot, and I really cannot wait. And it's just
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my predictions for the next
go for it.
episode because it's completely different than what you were thinking. You know how every season Korra, she always gets fooled by the villain. It's so obvious to us because she quickly sided with Kuvira, not sided with her, but she kind of believed her crap, and she was gonna go talk to Sue instead of holding her ground. And that since Sue kind of broke the treaty, which she might not even known about, and she's gonna go attack and try to kill Kuvira, I think Korra's gonna initially side with Kuvira. Because Sue and her sons went to go kill her during the so-called treaty, and instead of resolving it, so I think Korra's going to get fooled into siding with Kuvira for at least part of, if not the whole, next episode, and that's why I think it's going to be a 2-part episode next week. Is going to be part 1 of whatever they call it, and then I think Korra's going to learn. It's a shame. I hope it's not that way, but that's just the feeling I get because Korra should learn by now that she should side with the people she knows and trusts, instead of quickly siding with the villains a lot. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think the next episode is going to be a setup to a big battle, and I'd be surprised if they cover anything other than Zhao Fu. I'd be surprised if they show Mako again, or even Asami. Maybe they'll sprinkle a little bit of that in there, but that's my idea. I could be completely wrong. I actually hope I am, but that's the feeling I'm getting. So.
All right. But I don't have to. I already shared my prediction. So the thing is, I believe there's gonna be the whole thing with Korra's finally gonna find out what Kuvira is actually gonna do after what happens to Sue. And then they're just basically gonna fight for a bit, and of course, I believe Korra's gonna lose the first time, because she's still getting into it. Just because she took out the poison doesn't mean she's just gonna automatically be there. But when she basically goes back to her water tribe alpha, man, she's gonna go in, man. But so that's basically it for this, I guess.
We could talk about that sneak peek. That
all right.
That minute and 10-second sneak peek of next week's episode.
Yeah, so there was a minute and 10-second sneak peek. Okay, I was just like, why isn't this 24 minutes and 20 seconds? Why is it? But so it showed. For those of you, if you want to go see it, it's on nick.com, and I'll make sure to put the link in the description so you guys can see it. And basically, it shows Sue, Win, and Wei going into Kuvira's camp, and they're basically, trying to infiltrate and
assassinate. I think.
Yeah, like right there, assassinate.
Well, Sue said she's gonna end her reign of terror, so she's gonna end it. So that tells me. Plus the ninja suit, the ninja.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was just like, what? Ninjas. And, I didn't know there was ninjas here.
And then she does Toph's little sonic technique to survey the area, which was kind of cool.
I noticed that they're the only ones that ever do that.
Sue and Lin and Toph are the only ones that have ever done that. Which is cool that they kept it in the family. Yeah,
so that's actually really good.
And, right as they're planning to let's go strike now, she's alone. Then it ends. So
yeah, I'm just like
I was completely drawn in. I was in that episode, that moment. I was ready to watch it all, and it just cuts off. It's like, damn you. But,
I just like really was. Oh my god, I need to see this episode, dude. I need to see all these episodes. Just release it all now. Yeah, I
Why
know you
can't they leak it? Why can't someone leak every episode?
it's like, man, I don't know what happened to the people who leaked season 3 because they didn't do it for this. But yeah, so if you want to go check that out, I'll make sure to put it in the description, and you that way you guys can see it. It's only a minute and 10 seconds, so don't expect a full episode like us. But you know, there we got nothing here, but
Yeah,
no
that
questions.
was
But
no questions
it's
this
all
week,
good.
but
It's all good. So guys, thank you guys for coming in. Uh, oh my God, Korra, man, Korra. It's oh my God. I think this is gonna finish by the end of December, or probably around January. It's gonna end because probably the holidays are gonna stop it.
mhm. They'll probably take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's we're gonna be doing this. Don't worry. But I would say on the 28th, if I would say the 28th, they're not gonna have of November. They're not gonna have an episode because that's basically like the holiday weekend.
Mhm.
But yeah, if they have nothing there, so don't expect anything from us. And if they do, I'm pissed because I'm gonna be out that day. It's freaking Black Friday. What the frick? But yeah. So, and it's also the. Oh wait, no. Shoot. 2 weeks smash. Oh shoot.
Yep.
Oh shoot. God dang it. What am I gonna do? Oh shoot. But yeah. So don't worry. We're gonna try to get the review out that day. We're gonna take out 40 minutes. Don't worry. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. That's all we have here to talk about this episode. Trust me, this episode was nice. If you haven't seen it already, why are you here? Why did you listen to us? You should have watched it already. But yeah, trust me, this freaking season is starting to get better and better and better. Way better than, of course, first, second. Not so much of the third yet because I still have to see more. But yeah, it's
Mhm.
getting there. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. And Terminator, you got anything?
That's it, man. I just really enjoyed this episode again. I enjoyed this season's. It's definitely Korra, like you said. It's not quite season 3 of The Last Airbender, but it's getting damn close. So.
Yeah, it's really because it's actually had kind of having the plot of Last Airbender, so that's actually really cool.
hmm
Uh,
And I don't know, maybe some people would think that it's too similar, but for me, it's different enough with different characters and stuff, and it just feels like they really found the what Korra should have been from the beginning. Like
yeah, yeah,
this is where if this series had started off on this note, like this quality, I think it would have been an even bigger hit, and we wouldn't be watching it on the internet every week. We'd be still watching on Nickelodeon, I think.
yeah. No,
Unless it
yeah,
was
yeah,
the
that's true. That's true.
violence. I don't know. But
I don't know, but freaking, I wish this was on Toonami, man. Screw it.
well, anyway,
Yeah,
that's all I got to say. Thanks everybody for checking this out. These aren't, we're not getting a ton of views on these, but I appreciate everyone that does watch them on my channel when I upload them. Because not everyone's a core fan. Most of my subscribers are Nintendo fans, but maybe we'll, even if we only made one person a Korra fan from this, it's still worth doing in my opinion. So
yeah. So don't worry, we're gonna still be doing this because freaking this show is just getting better and better. But yeah. So like I always say, guys, enjoy your stuff and don't lose your way. Don't be afraid, but just watch Korra to the end. Thank you very much, and hope to see you tonight on. I'll be playing Bayonetta 2, but yes, hope to see you there. And yeah, so thank you once again.
alright,
Peace.
guys, we'll see you in the next video.
Bye bye.